For centuries, seers and prophets have come forward, offering dramatic visions of mankind's destiny. But what happens when the predictions turn deadly?
For centuries, the name Nostradamus has carried mystery and fascination. Born in France in 1503, he was not just an astrologer and physician, but also a writer who left behind hundreds of cryptic four-line verses called quatrains. These verses have been studied, debated, and interpreted for nearly 500 years. Some believe they hold glimpses of future events. Others argue they are too vague to mean anything definite. Yet generation after generation, people keep turning back to his writings whenever global events grow tense. And now, as we step into the middle of the decade, more eyes are looking at Nostradamus's predictions for the year 2025. Some of these visions appear unsettling, others strange, and a few even hopeful. Whether you see them as coincidence, prophecy, or poetic imagination, they remain thought-provoking and worth exploring. Today, we will look at 10 of Nostradamus's most talked about prophecies linked to the year 2025. We will see how people connect them to current world events, why they matter, and what lessons might be hidden in them. Number 1. A shift in the Catholic Church. Nostradamus wrote about a time when an elderly leader of the church would pass away and a new figure would rise. Many today connect this to Pope Francis, who in 2025 will be in his late 80s and has faced health challenges. Some believe his passing or retirement could bring turmoil to the church, while others suggest it may spark renewal. If such a change happens, it could reshape spiritual influence across the globe, since the papacy has long been a central voice in world affairs. Skeptics, however, argue that the papacy has faced transitions many times in history, so this prophecy may simply reflect cycles that repeat naturally. Number 2. The Age of Aquarius. Astrologers often speak of great eras tied to the movement of the stars. Nostradamus referred to what many call the Age of Aquarius, a long period said to bring transformation and upheaval. Some interpret this as a time of innovation, awakening, and human progress. But Nostradamus warned that the shift could also bring famine, disease, and war before stability emerges. Looking around, we see rapid technological growth, climate challenges, and social changes shaking societies worldwide. Could these be the growing pains of entering a new era, or are they just the normal struggles of humanity repeating in cycles? Number 3. The rise of artificial intelligence. One of Nostradamus's most chilling images is of superior intelligence created by man, breaking free from control. While he never used modern words like AI or robots, his phrases seem to echo the fears many people now share about artificial intelligence. In 2025, governments and companies are racing to build powerful AI systems. Supporters see them as tools that could cure disease, expand knowledge, and solve global problems. Critics worry about job losses, digital control, and even machines that act against human will. Whether or not Nostradamus foresaw AI, the fact that his words are now being applied to it shows how timeless his warnings feel. Number 4. The return of a controversial leader. Nostradamus described a leader who would rise during instability, a figure both admired and hated who would shake society. Many link this to Donald Trump, pointing to his dramatic role in politics and his possible return to leadership in 2025. The prophecy suggests such a leader could bring both upheaval and transformation. For supporters, this might mean restoration and strength. For critics, it could mean deeper division. Nostradamus did not name anyone directly, but the parallels make this one of his most discussed predictions today. Number 5. A red adversary from the east. Another prophecy speaks of a red adversary rising across the seas, bringing fear and dread. Many believe this points to China, a nation that has rapidly increased its influence, especially in trade and military power. With tensions high over the South China Sea and Taiwan, some fear these conflicts could escalate into something larger. Whether Nostradamus was describing a specific nation or simply symbolizing the rise of a powerful rival, his words feel close to modern headlines. Number 6. Fire from the sky. Darkness on Mars. Nostradamus also mentioned celestial fire and a darkening of Mars. Some see this as a warning of asteroid impacts or cosmic events. Others connect it to humanity's growing dream of colonizing Mars, led by visionaries like Elon Musk. By 2025, missions to prepare for life on Mars are advancing. Could Nostradamus have hinted at this new chapter of exploration? Or was he warning of disasters that come from the heavens? Either way, it shows how his imagery still sparks imagination about our place in the universe. Number 7. Natural disasters and famine. One of Nostradamus's strongest themes is disaster: earthquakes, floods, storms, and famine. He wrote of times when the earth would grow parched, then suddenly overflow with water, bringing ruin to harvests. Climate change today makes these prophecies feel especially real. Heat waves, rising seas, wildfires, and hurricanes have increased in intensity. In some regions, food shortages are already a pressing issue. Scientists explain these events through natural causes, but many people see in them a deeper warning, echoing Nostradamus's words. Number 8. Social unrest and revolutions. Another of his prophecies speaks of a fire in the heart of cities. Interpreters often take this as a symbol of protest, revolution, or civil unrest. In recent years, we have seen large movements around the world, from protests in Hong Kong, Paris, and the Middle East to demonstrations across the United States. By 2025, with growing inequality, political tensions, and digital activism, it is possible that cities could once again become the stage for dramatic upheaval. Nostradamus's vision reminds us how fragile societies can be when ordinary people feel unheard. Number 9. A crisis in the British monarchy. Some claim Nostradamus hinted at a king being driven out and replaced by someone with no mark of a king. Many connect this to King Charles III, who became monarch in 2022 but has already faced health issues. Some even speculate he could step down, with Prince William or another unexpected figure taking the throne. Whether this turns out to be true or not, it adds another layer of curiosity. Since the British monarchy has long symbolized stability, a sudden change would echo Nostradamus's prediction of unexpected shifts in royal power. And number 10, the threat of global war. Finally, perhaps the most unsettling prophecy linked to 2025 is that of another great conflict. Nostradamus spoke of wars beginning after earthquakes and spreading across nations. Some connect this to tensions involving Russia, Ukraine, the Middle East, and Asia. He wrote of nations rising against nations, a theme that also echoes the words of Jesus in Matthew 24 verse 7, "Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." Whether or not Nostradamus truly foresaw a global war, the risk of large-scale conflict today makes his warning hit close to home. So what do we make of all this? Were these prophecies visions of the future, clever poetry, or simply broad statements that fit many moments in history? The truth is, Nostradamus's writings are vague, and that is part of why they survive. People can read them into almost any era. But one thing is certain: his words force us to think. They remind us that life is fragile, that societies change suddenly, and that humanity always stands at crossroads between peace and chaos, progress and destruction. Even the Bible uses similar imagery: famines, earthquakes, wars, and powerful leaders to describe times of trial and transition. Whether or not you believe in prophecy, these themes are universal. They remind us to stay alert, wise, and compassionate as history unfolds. So there you have it, 10 of Nostradamus's most talked about prophecies for 2025. From church transitions to AI, from Mars exploration to global tensions, his mysterious verses continue to challenge and intrigue us. Maybe they are warnings. Maybe they are mirrors, reflecting our own fears back to us. Or maybe they are simply the timeless poetry of a man who understood that human history repeats itself in cycles of struggle and renewal. The question is, what will we do with these warnings? Will we live in fear, or will we use them as motivation to prepare wisely, seek peace, and look for hope beyond the uncertainty? Thank you for joining us in this deep dive into Nostradamus's 2025 prophecies. If you found this thought-provoking, make sure to like, share, and and subscribe for more explorations of history, prophecy, and the mysteries of our world.